Welcome to the Small Kitchen of Glory. Today I'm going to be making stuffed shells with all this stuff on the counter. I'm going to try and go through it and list it all off. There's going to be two things I'm cooking, a tomato Alfredo sauce, and then the actual stuffed shells and their filling. So first we have some of these amounts might be wrong. This is my first time making this. We have a half a cup of Parmesan for the filling, 2 cups of Parmesan for the tomato Alfredo, 4 cloves of garlic right there, they're already peeled, for the Alfredo, 3 cups of heavy cream for the Alfredo. What's this? Lemon juice, also for the Alfredo. Cajun seasoning for the shells. Salt, probably, I don't know why I'm smacking it. Salt probably for both. All right, it calls for 14 ounces of crushed tomatoes. I only have 28 ounce cans, so half of this can, allegedly, what could go wrong? I definitely will not get half of it. We have imitation crab meat. So this is it's a family recipe. I think it's a Midwest thing where people eat stuffed shells with crab. We always had imitation crab, probably because we are white trash. So I decided to go with imitation crab. Got a pound of it. He'll use 1 cup of that. What else? We have the shells, jumbo shells. I mean, these are just jumbo babies. We're gonna stuff these. I'm dying. We're gonna stuff these with filling after we cook them. I already got the water boiling, starting to boil behind me. It's a lot of water, so we got that going already. 1 cup of frozen chopped spinach, defrosted. That's this. 15 ounces of ricotta cheese. This is for the filling, and the ricotta cheese is for the filling as well. Is that everything? I think so. And then there's also probably going to be some mozzarella and we're putting on the top, and butter. 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't have that out right now, but we'll be getting that later. There's not much chopping involved with this. So I'm going to go ahead and mince up my garlic. I'm going to cut them in half, and I'm going to mince up these halves. Because it's garlic time, I should say, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to it. Drop a like on the video. Leave a comment if you have something to say. Even if you don't, just make up something and write it. Also share it around. Sharing is so much appreciated. So much appreciated for you folks who share this out on the X. No one shares it on the Mastodon because I'm not exactly that type of person for the Mastodon. Facebook? Do people still use Facebook? I think they do. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. That way you get informed of every video and you can join me on our cooking adventures together. All right, got a nice little pile of garlic. I'm gonna get this back in the bowl. I should use a smaller cutting board. That would have made sense. Would have made a lot of sense. That's why I didn't do it. Still waiting for the water to get to a good boil for the shells. So I'm going to get my filling for the shells done now. Well, there's really no pull tab. Communism. I hate it when there's not a good pull tab. You know, well, it's not pretty, but it's open-ish. Open-ish. This whole 15 ounces is going right into this bowl. Come on, baby. Thank you. Now, the half a cup of Parmesan, right in the bowl. I have an implement of mixing. I'm just going to mix these two together first until that Parmesan is all friendly with the ricotta and it gets all wet and yummy. It do be smelling like cheese, mainly because it's all cheese. Good enough. I need to scoop out 1 cup of chopped spinach. There's some abnormally large pieces in here, so I'm going to grab it with my hand and put that into the cup. There's some falling out. It's okay. That's about a cup. I think that's good enough. We're going to put it in my hand and then sprinkle it in there. Bada boom. What do I do with the rest of that? I don't know. We're making a mess. The Small Kitchen of Glory is all about making a mess. Mixing the spinach into the cheese. It's going to add a little bit of moisture too and soften it up some, which I'm okay with. Now, before I do the crab, I'm going to do the teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. I can't see the can. What is it? It's like slap your mama, yo mama, touch your grandma's booty hole seasoning, something like that. The issue is, that's a very little hole. I don't think my teaspoon, well, it'll fit in there, but will it come out? That's pretty much it. Okay, that worked way better than I thought it would. Again, I'm going to put this in my hand and sprinkle it from my hand into there. The reason I'm doing all this first, because I don't want to aggressively mix the crab meat in. I don't want to break it up, so that way I can just kind of fold the crab meat into this. Crab meat. Allegedly, this is pre-cooked. It also feels interesting. I've never made this. I've never bought imitation crab meat before. I'm just gonna get the knife under there and start a hole. This is made out of, what the hell kind of fish is it? Pollock? Something like that. Is it already broken? No, it's just a, oh no, it is kind of broken up. Okay. I'm gonna cut this crosswise as well so I can really get in there. Oh, it smells a lot like crab meat. How does that fish smell so much like crab? Like, what is going on, Mr. Fish? No, it is one big chunk. All right, so I'm gonna break it up on my own. It called for 1 cup. But if I know anything, more crab is always better. Right? This needs to be broken up more too. It doesn't really want to break up. Well, all right, I'm gonna put enough in here to be about a cup. And I'm gonna slowly break it up into this bowl with my hands. By the way, if you guys have any ideas for things you'd like to see me cook, drop it in the comments, send me a DM, Discord, Twitter/X, toot it at me. I made the banana pudding from a suggestion from some jamoke named Athir, and then the chili was some hoe named Blind Boss. No idea who those humans are. But if you have any suggestions, just let me know. If it's in my abilities to make it, I will give it a whirl. It might turn out bad, it might turn out good, I don't know, but that's half the fun. I probably could have just cut this up with a knife. I don't know, there's something primal about just ripping crab apart with your hands, though. That's how we all eat crab. And I'm going to be the only one eating this, so I think it all adds up. All right, we're going to gently, I'm not exactly folding, I'm just gently mixing. This crab holds together better than I thought it would. Oh my god, the filling already smells like whatever. This is going to be a very nostalgic thing for me, because this is something my mom used to make all the time when I was a kid. Well, not all the time. Not enough when I was a kid, but it was a regular meal we would eat. And, oh man, I just love it. Love it. I think it's a big Midwest thing. I'm not sure. I never met anyone outside the Midwest who knows about stuffed shells. It's just a crazy Midwestern casserole, I guess. But it's like a real fancy casserole, you know? We love our casseroles in the Midwest. We love them. Chili and casseroles. That's pretty much all you eat in the wintertime. At least in the 90s. I don't know about now. Now they probably eat other stuff. Other crappy stuff. Alright. We got that pretty well mixed up. The good thing about this is I can just eat the extra with a spoon. I'm going to put some more crab in it. YOLO! Do the kids still say that? I don't know. I'm trying to be hip. YOLO. We got a good boil here. We're just going to take this here pasta. It sounds like Legos. My Lego pasta. We're just going to... hot water burn, baby! I'm an idiot. Oh, that does fit, barely. I need to keep this hot until she boils, and then I don't have my watch on, but I need to set a timer for 10 minutes. I don't want to overcook these. I don't want them to stick together. There is about 2 tablespoons of salt in here, by the way, because you always need salt when you boil your pasta. Just adds a little bit of pizzazz. I'm all about pizzazz. That's one thing they say about me. They say, that smoke, he is big on the pizzazz. I'm sure you've all heard that before. You know, that's just kind of my thing. Just making sure this heats up evenly. Nothing sticks while it's starting to go. And we're going to set a timer. We got a good boil going. The smell's coming off, so we're going to set it for time. None of those words came out right. We have a good boil going, so I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. And let these cook most of the way on a good solid medium. I'm turning this off a little bit early because it's done enough. They're al dente. I tried to get one out, but it's... well, we got one. But it's going to be full of water and it's going to hot water burn, baby. It's a little bit firm, but mostly done. We got to blanch these. I'm going to go put them in cold water. No, that's saying they're definitely done. Well, they're super done. I have about 2 tablespoons of butter-ish. Oh, I got to put my handle. I got them in my pocket. Maybe put the handle on the pot. Beautiful. We're going to let this melt, then we're going to dump in the garlic, and then stir it up and let it become delicious. Oh, just the smell of butter melting is good. I put a little bit extra in here because more butter, more better. Put that on a t-shirt. Let's get the garlic in here. We're pretty well melted. This one's garlic? Yes. Using my hand. I like my hand. Just scrape out all the little bits of garlic. We want these to allegedly caramelize. Some people may say caramelize. They're wrong. Caramelize. I can't see when it's caramelized, so I'm just going to give it a couple minutes. It'll be good. You know what I mean? This sauce is probably the part I'm the most scared about. Because it's just, you know, cream and butter and garlic and some tomatoes and shit. And stuff. And shenanigans. Which, I don't know, that seems... That smells so good, I'll tell you that. It smells like it's making fried garlic. I should probably turn it down. I have no way of really checking this without burning my fingers aggressively, but I don't know about this sauce. It worries me. I'm going to hope it's okay. I'm going to hope. I mean, cream and Parmesan cheese. You can't really go wrong with that. Add butter, garlic. Sure. It also calls for a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, which I understand you want to cut the fat with some acid, but that seems like a lot of lemon juice. So I might do a little bit less than a 1/4 cup. We'll see. All right, now this part is going to be fun. I have to somehow get 3 cups of heavy cream into that. I can't even open the heavy cream. Step 1, open heavy cream. Failing at step 1. Oh, there we go. We got it. I was being too aggressive. I had to lightly twist it. Pull the dingus. Smell it. It smells like cardboard. I don't think that's correct. Okay. I probably should have poured this into a bowl first, but here we go. One cup. I want to do this quick before it scorches or anything. 2 cup. 3 cup. This cup is done now. I'm not sure if I made it into the sink. Stirring, stirring, stirring. I have cream on my hands. I'm not going to lick it. I'm not going to lick it. I'm not going to lick it. Now we need to bring this up to a simmer and then start pumping in the Parmesan. That's a mozzarella here. First, for a snack. Second, for the sauce. But right now it's just a snack. I think I might drop some in the sauce. This recipe called for a teaspoon of black pepper or something like that. But I have this shaker that's black and white pepper. And I'm just going to give it a good crunch into here. It also said to add it later, but I feel like you're going to get better release from the pepper if you add it in early. We're just going to put, that's probably about a teaspoon. Actually, probably less, but it's okay. I'm going to get that in there. Oh, I hope I don't sneeze into my Alfredo juice. This seems like it's getting ready to start simmering. I had it just above medium to get it up, so I turned it down a smidge, and we're going to start adding in the sugar. The sugar? The Parmesan. I thought I'd been making too much pudding. That pudding recipe is delicious. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch the banana pudding with homemade wafers. Whew! That is good stuff. But I'm going to be stirring in the Parmesan, a 1/3 cup at a time. The recipe said a 1/4 cup. I don't want to look for my 1/4 cup. I used it earlier and I lost it. So a 1/3 cup is close enough. I'm also going to be using half a 1/3 cup for the lemon juice, so it'll be 1/6 cup lemon juice, which isn't something you hear very often, but I'm pioneering. I am the Lewis and Clark of stuffed shells at this point. I put my ear in it and it sounded kind of bubbly. So we're going to start putting in cheese. Boom. Then we have to stir it. Oh, that didn't sound good. I got a little aggressive. Oh no, that's smoke. Fire! Fire! Not in a good way. We stir this in a little bit. The next time we're going to be a little bit more gentle. I got aggressive. I was like, oh no, I got to stir it. And then I splashed some out. But it's okay. It's all going to be okay. That smell is normal. We're going to turn the fan on. BRB. Get the third cup. There's some odors coming off the burner. We don't need to talk about that. This is really going to take this much. Okay, so a little peek behind the scenes. Everything with the recipe was measured in cups. The Parmesan was measured in ounces. It said 8 ounces, which I took to mean, you know, half a pound. Right? The shaker of very expensive premium Parmesan I buy by the great company called Kraft comes in 16 ounces. So I used half of that. There should be 8 ounces. Unless they meant a cup, which I've already put a cup in. And, you know, with the tomatoes and all that, I don't think it would be a cup, come to think of it. Because I feel like it would... It's going to have to thicken up a lot if I'm adding in 14 ounces of tomato. We're going to turn this down a smidge. We don't want any scorching. I'm going to poke my finger in this. I probably shouldn't, but I want to make sure that it's melting. Yep, it's melting. It's good. And she's definitely still bubbling. Sprinkle some more. Parmesan. Give it a stir without weaponizing it, hopefully. We gotta turn this down, it's getting too hot. I don't want an aggressive bubble, I just want some bubble. Don't want it to scorch. I pretty much have the heat almost off right now because electric burners take so long to cool down. I think if I add in the next bit of Parmesan, all is one. It should come on. Yeah, we're just going to dump this in because this will cool it down as well. Beautiful. Give her a stir. Maybe I don't need mozzarella, but I do want some mozzarella, so I don't care if I need it. This is yay much. About a quarter to a third cup of mozzarella. I just want that little bit of delicious texture from the mozzarella in here. All right, we're getting close to putting in the tomatoes and lemon juice. I probably should have opened up the tomatoes first. It also called for salt, but Parmesan's so damn salty, I don't think I'm gonna need any. Oh, I also have to poke the lemon juice to open it. Good knife. Poke, twist. That should work. Stir. She's trying to stick a little bit, but not much. We got her down so low that we're doing good. Okay, let's get... Where's my third cup? There it is. We're gonna squirt lemon juice into this. Some might say this isn't real. It said it's from concentrate. Okay, calm down. I know it's not premier lemon juice. I did a lot of squirting and barely anything came out. Yeah, there's some Parmesan floating in my lemon juice, but it'll be okay because this is full of Parmesan. Aggressively squirt! That sounded erotic. That should be enough, right? I don't think it will. I might just squirt some more in. It did thin it out some, which is good. Oh man, that actually smells really good like that. That lemon juice did something. There's some witchcraft happening in this sauce. I'll tell you that right now. Witchcraft. Poke a finger. Ooh! Oh, that is some tasty stuff. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Sweet baby. That's so yummy. That's a really simple Alfredo sauce. I just need to add in some tomato. I might not use a whole 14 ounces. I'm kind of in love with the creaminess of this right now, but here we go. Let's wing this. I'm going to use my hand to guide. How much is that? That's not quite half a can. Give it another bloop. I got to wash my hands. Oh no. After thinking about it, I should have said screw the recipe with diced tomatoes. I feel like those would go better, but we'll taste this and see. We'll taste her and see. It's a lot of sauce. It's more sauce than I thought it was going to be. How do we taste? We poke it with our finger, like a man. Okay. Nope, that is the hot spot right there. That is really good. I actually want a little bit more mozzarella though. Mozzarella. Just a little bit. Just grabbing some and throwing it in there. There's also going to be mozzarella on the top. This is very heavily cheese based. If you don't like cheese, this is not for you. It would make your mouth happy, but the other end wouldn't be happy at all. I think this is pretty good. I'm probably going to want to let it cool down a little bit, but it's going to do that naturally here as I stuff the shells, which I think I have to go make my counter clean enough-ish, and then I will head over there and we'll start filling up these shells and putting them in a 9x13. I have my 9x13 here. I'm just taking my stick of butter and rubbing it along the bottom and the edges. It's only being cooked at 350, so the butter is not going to burn. And that way, just to make sure that there's no aggressive sticking on the edges or the bottom. Even though the bottom's going to be coated with Alfredo, just to be safe. You know what I mean? Now we are to the point of assembling the dish. First thing I have to do is take some Alfredo and make a layer on the bottom of the pan. I'm going to have to poke this with my hand just to make sure. It's just 2 ladlefuls is pretty much what I'm doing here. Just trying to spread it out the best I can. Let's do some pokes, some doodahs. Hot, but that tastes good. A little bit more in this bottom right, I think. Want a nice fat layer on the bottom here. Beautiful. Now we stuff shells. This is the part that I'm also scared about. It's just a normal size one of the big tablespoons. I'm grabbing it, stuffing the shell with it. And we set her down in the Alfredo. And we're going to do this over and over again. I'll probably put too much in that first one. I think we want it, yeah, about like that. I don't know if they go right side up or right side down. I think the filling side up is probably best because that way it doesn't fall out. We're just going to continue to do this until we have all these shells. I think I might be overstuffing them. We're going to take some out of this guy. Yeah, I want them to actually close, I think. There we go. But yeah, we're just going to continue to do this until all the shells are stuffed, or, oh, there's a shell inside of a shell, or the pan is full. Whichever comes first. So we have our shells all in the pan. We still have a lot of sauce left. And that's good, because now we're going to start aggressively putting sauce on top of the shells. We're going to complete coating, so I'm being very generous. I'm going to really fill these babies up with sauce. Also, I went through and refilled the ones that I didn't fill up very full because I wanted to use all the filling. So I figured the best way to do that would be to just aggressively give it. I can't help it. It tastes so good. I could just drink this sauce. Could I use this as a smoothie in the morning? An Alfredo smoothie? I mean, that's the life of my life right there. This is one filled up mommy. Pour it over the top here. This might be too much Alfredo. There's no such thing. Now you might be thinking to yourself, that's a lot going on. That's really rich. Not rich enough, baby. This is the Midwest. Now we put mozzarella on this. It wasn't good enough. No, we want more. More fat, more flavor, more deliciousness. This is so full, I'm afraid it might bubble over. If it does, well, at least it'll taste good. It'll all be worth it. I'm filling this with both hands because I want to coat the top here with mozzarella. And I really want to get some around the edges for the crispy cheese. Because that crispy cheese around the edges is life. Now we're ready to put her in the oven, hopefully without spilling it. It's going to cook for about 20 minutes because everything in here is already cooked. So we're just giving it a good melt. That landed pretty even. Beautiful. Boom. We're 20 minutes. We have a beautiful, beautiful, delicious looking stuffed shells. I'm sorry. My mind is blanking. It's just so good. Oh, yeah. The cheese on top is just perfect. And when I poke it, I can feel it soft underneath because there's so much Alfredo just living in there and doing its thing. We gotta let this cool because it will burn my face off. Literally burn off my face. So we're gonna let this cool and then I'm gonna dig right in. Dinner time. We got them. They've been cooling for about 30 minutes. Just stuffed shells. There's nothing else with this. Just stuffed shells. I have a spoon. It's not my good spoon. It's a floppy spoon. Look at this. It's like wugga, 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 wugga. But we're gonna get, there's 3 layers of these. So I'm gonna poke in, try and get a good scoop. Floppy spoon. We're gonna scoop and plop. Get this one do it over here. Scoop and flop. Oh my God, the smell of this. the smell. We got, what, 4 shells in there? That was just a little test of joy. I'm honestly going to end this video very quick because I am hungry and I just want to go eat this. So I'm just going to do a quick test. Make sure it doesn't, that's a lot. I'm going to put it all in my mouth. It's perfect. Oh. The crab. I've never had this with spinach before, but oh my. Wow. All right. This is a lot. Oh my. Oh my. The Alfredo is so good. You actually get a very slight taste of the tomato lemon coming through. Can I just eat the filling? These noodles are uncalled for. Little piece of garlic. All right. This is where I say ta-ta. This is so good. If you feel comfortable making this, you should. Be a Midwesterner. Make some stuffed shells with crab. You can also use shrimp, scallops, whatever you want. I would definitely say make your own Alfredo though. This does not even compare to stuff in a can. So much better. So cheesy, so rich. Oh, so good. Thank you all. Subscribe, like, share, comment, do whatever you do. If not, it's okay. Just that you're here enjoying beautiful kitchen adventures with me is enough for me. So, love you all. Ta-ta.